Welcome to NFL News with Sylvester. We're going to start the show with the scores over the weekend. The first game we start on the board is the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cleveland Browns. The Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Cleveland Browns 10-13. It was Pittsburgh Steelers 10, Cleveland Browns 13. Game 2 on our board has the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Miami Dolphins. The Las Vegas Raiders lost to the Miami Dolphins 13-20. It was the Las Vegas Raiders 13, the Miami Dolphins 20. Our next game has the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. The Chicago Bears lost to the Detroit Lions 26-31. It was the Chicago Bears 26, the Detroit Lions 31. The next game, we had the Tennessee Titans losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars 14-34. Tennessee Titans 14, Jacksonville Jaguars 34. In the next game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Green Bay Packers. The Los Angeles Chargers lost to the Green Bay Packers 20-23. It was the final score of Los Angeles Chargers 20, Green Bay Packers 23. In our next game, it was the Arizona Cardinals lost to the Houston Texans 16-21. Arizona Cardinals 16, Houston Texans 21. In our next game, the Dallas Cowboys easily beat the Carolina Panthers 33-10. The final score was Dallas Cowboys 33, Carolina Panthers 10. And in our last game on this board, we have the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. The New York Giants beat the Washington Commanders 31-19. The final score was New York Giants 31, Washington Commanders 19. In our last four remaining games with the scores, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers losing to the San Francisco 49ers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 14, San Francisco 49ers 27. The New York Jets easily lost to the Buffalo Bills. The final score was New York Jets 6, Buffalo Bills 32. The Seattle Seahawks lost to the Los Angeles Rams by only 1 point. It was the Seattle Seahawks 16 to the Los Angeles Rams 17. Our last game on the board is the Minnesota Vikings also losing to 1 point to the Denver Broncos. It was a final score of Minnesota Vikings 20, the Denver Broncos 21. On Monday Night Football, starting at 8 p.m., will be the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. And here are some news over the weekend. New York Jets turn to Tim Boyle as the number one backup. Will now replace Zach Wilson as the starter for the game against the East rival Miami Dolphins on Friday night. The New York Jets will be playing on Friday night, a special edition game Friday night against the Miami Dolphins. In that move, the Dolphins will be with out their injuries, not mentioning their most notable, which is Isaiah Wynn, offensive tackle, Chris Brooks, a running back, and their wide receiver Eric Izukimanya, and Keon Crossan, a cornerback. Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll is optimistic Geno Smith, with an elbow injury, will play Thursday versus the 49ers. Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll is optimistic quarterback Geno Smith will play in Thursday night's Thanksgiving showdown against the San Francisco 49ers. Carroll told 710 Seattle Sports on Monday, 710 sorry. Carroll told AM 710 Sports Seattle Sports on Monday that he thinks Smith will be able to play on the short week despite being knocked out of several drives during Sunday's road loss to the Los Angeles Rams. The coach noted that Smith, returning from a right elbow injury for the final drive, spearheads the optimism this week. San Francisco's 49ers safety Talanoa Hufanga will miss the rest of the 2023 season after suffering torn ACL versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Taloa Hufanaga's 2023 season is officially over. Tests confirmed the safety suffered a torn ACL in his right knee, 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan announced on Monday. Hufanga suffered the injury early in the third quarter of San Francisco's 27-14 win over Tampa Bay when he attempted to close in on Buccaneers running back Rashad White, who cut outside to evade Hufanga, who fell to the turf. Hufanga stood up and slowly walked off the field, but did not return to the game, with rookie Javier Brown replacing him and recording an interception in the fourth quarter. Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott reveals grim update for on linebacker Matt Milano. Any small hope the Buffalo Bills may have held that Matt Milano might return to the field this season now appears gone for good. Bills head coach Sean McDermott provided an update on the injured linebacker this week, closing the door on any idea that he could play again this season. McDermott, coach of the Buffalo Bills, did not offer any hope that the defensive tackle that the, sorry that the defensive McDermott did offer some hope that defensive tackle Daquan Jones could come back this season, but said Milano would not be coming off injured reserve after his week 5 injury. Baltimore Ravens left tackle Ronnie Stanley has been fined for $21,855 for unnecessary roughness. A fine is acknowledged if the play is illegal. Now, the player, the Baltimore's left tackle Ronnie Stanley, did not get penalized to play, but it was a reviewed helmet-to-helmet blindside block last Sunday in the first quarter of Cleveland's 33-31 win in Baltimore. Cleveland Browns' Denzel Ward left the game with a neck injury and did not return. He was checked for a concussion and cleared. He he will practice this week and will play Sunday versus the Steelers. This has been the NFL news with Sylvester. Until Friday night, this is Sylvester saying over and out.